Let's draw a holiday fireplace. Start with a square or a rectangle. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do your best. Next, we're going to add a long rectangle to the bottom. Drawing 2 lines out from the square so it looks like a hat, extend them down and across. Then we're going to do the same thing at the top of the square, but make the rectangle really slim, not as tall at all. You can go over your lines and fix it as you go. Now it's time to add an archway right in the middle of your fireplace. Some kids like to add a square, but I want to make this a fancy old-fashioned fireplace. In the center, we're going to add 2 lines on an angle going up and connect them. This fireplace is going to be made of stone, and this is our keystone or our central stone for our archway. Next to the keystone, we're going to follow our archway down and add 2 copycat lines. The keystone is the most important stone of any arch, and it's what holds the whole thing together. Next to the keystone, we're going to fill the archway with smaller round stones. You can go down both sides and fill in as you go to shade around the stones and make them look a little more 3-dimensional. Repeat that process on both sides of your archway. Take your time, the stones don't have to be perfect. Just make them round, some can be a little bigger than others. Now that you have your main structure of your fireplace, you can fix any lines you need to fix, and we're going to add some brick to the background. So most bricks start by striping the background with lines. So take your pencil and draw lines across the whole background, but leave the arch blank. Next, we're going to be adding some lines going through each stripe. It's important not to draw the lines under each other. You want to stagger them because that's what makes the structure strong when you're building anything out of brick. So do that going all the way down to the bottom. On the next page, I'm going to show you how to start drawing your flame for your fireplace. You might want to practice this, and what you can do is draw a circle and a triangle, or the shape of a leaf or teardrop. If you can draw that shape, you'll be able to draw a flame. So a flame has a teardrop shape in between each point. So practice that, and when you feel like you're ready, you can start with a curved line at the bottom. Oh, first I added 2 little diagonal lines to make it look more 3D. A curved line at the bottom, and then try to do some points with a teardrop in the negative space. Some artists like to do a double flame by adding a smaller one on the inside. I think it looks pretty cool that way. Don't forget, erasing and touching up just fixes your work and means that you're a good artist. So it's okay to fix and erase as you go. Now it's time to darken your lines, shade it in, and customize your fireplace. You can make it however you want. You can put things up on the mantle, you can design the room, you can make it Christmas theme, Hanukkah theme, winter themed, or just like a really cool room design. So I recommend adding shading around all of the stone, possibly adding some logs in the fireplace, and definitely shading around the fire to give it a little bit more depth and dimension. So here's me darkening in all the lines around my brick to make it have what's called a varied line quality. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some different decorations to my picture. So check it out. I'll show you some options, and I'll also show you some student examples from one of my classes.